Well, hello there. Welcome back. Looks like the church wanted to do a few little projects before you all get ready to come back again. And they asked me to come back in here and do some work. Good thing for second chances and forgiveness. Now come on, Meemaw, put your back into it. Forgiveness. It's one of those words we've heard our entire lives. In fact, growing up as kids, we've been taught that we need to forgive those who offend us or who make us upset. And I think for the most part, we feel like we have a pretty good grasp on what it means to forgive others. But I want to dig into that just a little bit deeper today. Today's passage of scripture comes out of Luke chapter 17, verses 3 and 4. As always, I encourage you to read it. Again, it's Luke chapter 17, verses 3 and 4. I once heard somebody say that unforgiveness is like fertile soil for a crop of noxious weeds. Basically, what they're saying is, if we have this unforgiveness in our hearts and in our lives, we are basically paving the way or preparing the land of our lives for just ugly things to happen. You see, the interesting thing about unforgiveness is that yes, it does hurt or sometimes destroy personal relationships, but it also has a huge impact on our relationship with God. Maybe you've said or you have heard somebody say that, yes, I forgive them, but they say it or we say it with a really angry tone. You see, the truth is, when we display it like that or when we say it like that, I think our obvious bitterness kind of betrays what we're truly saying. So I want you to think about maybe someone you have forgiven or you have claimed to forgive. Or maybe it's somebody you have yet to forgive, but you need to. And I want you to consider the following questions. Have you been hoping that a certain person will get what he or she deserves? You know, you have said you've forgiven them, or maybe you need to forgive them. And deep down inside, you just kind of really wish that they get what they truly deserve. Do you talk negatively about this individual when you're with others? Do you indulge in fantasies of revenge, even just little bitty mild ones? Do you ever just mull over some of the things that has happened to you in the past? How do you feel when good things happen to this individual who has offended you? Do you blame him or her on like the way your life is going or maybe the way your life has turned out? Do you find it hard to be open and trusting with individuals because of things that have happened to you in the past? Are you frequently angry, depressed, or bitter? And finally, do you find it difficult or almost even impossible to thank God for the person who upset you or who offended you? You see, we are called to be lights and be pillars in this world. And I think sometimes that's easy to do when the world is going great. But God doesn't tell us to just be lights and be salt, only in certain times, but to always be these lights and be these pillars of salt, to stand strong. And I think the last thing, or one of the last things we ever want to do is to go through this world harboring these like hurtful and hateful thoughts about people. Having this unforgiveness in our heart, it's not any place that we would want to be as Christians. So take a moment and examine your life. You know that God knows your heart. So ask yourself this question. Will he find any unforgiveness in there? Hopefully the answer to that is no. But if there is somebody that you have claimed to forgive but maybe have yet to truly do that, or maybe there is somebody that you just need to flat out forgive for the first time, I encourage you to do so. Guys, it's been great connecting with a lot of you through phone calls and through text messages. That's just encouraging to me, and just thank you for just staying strong and doing the right thing. I encourage you to continue to do good. If you guys need anything, please just let me know. Until next time, peace and love.